And I just want to say, my friends, we've got, it's hard to believe, 19 days to go. 19 days to work, 19 days to knock on doors, 19 days to make phone calls, 19 days to get our friends to the polls to vote, and 19 days until we get to say to Kamala Harris and her broken leadership, you are fired. Go back to San Francisco where you belong. Now, I have to say, you're going to probably be surprised to hear me say this, but, you know, I feel bad for Governor Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's running mate. And here's why. Tim Walz has to defend the indefensible, which is Kamala Harris's failed record of leadership over the last 3.5 years. Think about this. When I agreed to be Donald Trump's running mate, when he called me and offered me the job that would change my life and change the life of my family, think about it. All I have to do is go and talk about how Donald Trump delivered rising take-home pay, the fastest in a generation, because he did. I've got to go out there and talk about how Donald Trump delivered rising wages for workers and inflation that was the lowest in 40 years in the United States of America. He did that too. And of course, I get to go out there and say that levels of illegal immigration were lower. Donald Trump had secured the border in a big way for the American people, because that's true too. Now, here's what Governor Walz has to do. He has to try to pretend that Kamala Harris hasn't delivered the fastest rising inflation in a generation in this country. The state of Pennsylvania is paying $1,000 more a month to afford what y'all could have afforded just 3.5 years ago when Donald Trump was president. Tim Walz has to pretend that Kamala Harris didn't open the southern border, and of course we know that she did. She came into office bragging about it, and then she did that exact thing. And Tim Walz has to go out there pretending that Kamala Harris, the person who delivered chaos around the world, is going to somehow bring peace to a globe that has gotten more intense with war because of her leadership. That's a pretty hard job, my friends. But I think that we all, Tim, don't worry, because in 19 short days, we're going to end that job, because the American people are not buying your crap, and they're not buying Kamala Harris's crap. We remember. Now, Kamala Harris. Oh, in some ways, it's just too easy, my friends. And You talk about Donald Trump's record of achievement, and fundamentally you're talking about a great period of peace and prosperity for the American people. You talk about Kamala Harris and what she said, and man, we could be here all day. Think about it. Yesterday, she had an interview with Bret Baier. Did you all see that interview with Bret Baier? Wow. That made me feel pretty bad. It felt bad for her, and I felt bad for every single person who was watching, because remember, Kamala Harris, we're going to remember that the entire theme of her campaign is basically her pretending that she doesn't even know who Joe Biden is. Don't pay attention to that high inflation. Don't pay attention to that wide open southern border, because Kamala Harris will tell you it's not her fault. She's never even seen Joe Biden. That's what she'll go out there and tell people. She'll stand up in front of crowds without a hint of shamelessness and say, on day one, we're going to fix the inflation crisis affecting American families. On day one, we're going to lower the price of groceries. On day one, we are going to secure that southern border. And anybody with a lick of common sense is saying, Kamala, day one was 1,400 days ago. What the hell have you been doing that whole time? Go do your job.